You know who Neil Young is, right, Pascal?
Of course.
And Derek, of course, you know who Neil Young is. You live in Utah and you're white. If you don't know who Neil Young is, you're doing something wrong. Neil Young has some beef with everybody's favorite person to beef with, Joe Rogan. Have you seen this?
I saw that.
There's a story making the rounds in the news, both mainstream and even in our small leftist realm. That is the story of classic rock icon Neil Young against music streaming giant Spotify. Young, upset over Spotify's platforming of podcaster Joe Rogan's often controversial COVID coverage, said it's either you or me, my catalog of music, or your $100 million investment in Rogan and his Joe Rogan Experience. Spotify took down Young's music from its platform in favor of their podcasting giant Joe Rogan. But there is something this conversation is missing. There's a performative aspect to Young's very public protest. Young sold 50% of the rights to his music a year ago to a company called Hypnosis. It's a song fund management company that invests in companies like Morgan Stanley, Brewin Dolphin, BNY Mellon, and the investment arm of the Church of England. From a recent article in the Baffler, all of the above are investors in Hypnosis Song Fund Limited, a UK-based song management company creating shareholder value by buying and exploiting the copyrights to successful music catalogs. At the start of this year, they paid around at the start of the year 2012, they paid around, or 2021, sorry, they paid around $150 million to acquire 50% of Neil Young's publishing rights. On its face, it's a musician risking his financial livelihood to stand against a corporate giant. In reality, Young has no power and no real stake in the canceling of his music from Spotify's streaming service. But that factoid does not matter to the many people caught up in the theater of this perceived battle of integrity. Why? Why do we get so caught up in the drama and not examine the more insidious nature of the predatory practices of companies that buy up the intellectual property of older artists and even younger songwriters? How does this monopoly over the contemporary music landscape affect new artists? How does this new gamble on the future royalties of music change the way music is consumed? That conversation can't be had because we have to watch the mudslinging and punditry of who's winning the ideological fight. I recently watched a 90-minute inverted commas debate on why a predominant leftist podcaster supports progressive politicians. I'm still trying to find out why this was even a point of contention, especially since the person inferring that supporting progressive in Congress is problematic was a self-proclaimed, Derek, maybe you've heard of this, Marxist-Leninist patriot.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of this new movement.
ML Patriots?
Well, yeah. Hey, hold on. Let me finish. I'm not here to judge who won what and who got owned, as that isn't politics. That's kids talking shit on the playground. That's child's play. Much like how the Neil Young versus Joe Rogan debate obfuscates some serious discussion on how market forces influence music and popular culture, it can't be had while we engage in kneecapping one another on a small-time clout chase for engagement. As we talk today about the stock market in flux and voting rights that were gained some 50 plus years ago, they're being rolled back. These issues are far more important than insignificant purity posturing and online flame wars. And on that note,
you did that yourself, didn't you? Oh, good for Chris. Keep on rocking in the free world.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe on your way out. You can catch the live stream of This Is Revolution every Tuesday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time and Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. This is Revolution.